Closing a project. So the most important part of the project wherein we kind of hand over things to customer and get a sign off and then celebrate. So this is the part of the project wherein we conclude the project, we close the project. So let's try to understand what are the activities we are going to do in the closing process group. Very important for you to understand this because it will help you on your day-to-day project management. If you're going for project management interviews, this video will help you in the series of the 5 process group videos: initiating, planning, executing, point control, and closing. Closing is the last one, so that covers everything of the project management process groups and gets an idea, high level idea of the projects. Okay, and then if you're going for PMBOK examination, very important for you to understand how to close a project, because closing just doesn't mean that you're relieving the teammates on the team. Okay, now let's try to understand what is there in the closing process group. So steps to close a project. The most important step, any guesses? The most important step on the project is getting the customer's expectation. Okay, meeting the customer's expectation, delivering value to the customer, right? So what was agreed in the initial requirements, are we delivering that? So that's the most important thing. What is there in the project plan, the charter, the agreements? Did we deliver that to the customer? That's the most important thing we're going to accept on the when closing the project. It has to meet that. Then check the requirements, go and check all the requirements, the acceptance criteria. Did we deliver that? Did we get sign off on the interim delivery from the customer? And finally, the final sign off from the customer on the requirements, right? Whatever requirements were agreed initially, did we deliver that to the customer? So that's very important. Second step in the closing process. Then obtain sign off. So whatever we delivered, we just want to say on call comes, okay, fine, happy, we are just working fine. No, you need to get a formal sign off from the customer. There has to be an email saying that, okay, what was expected, this is what we got it here, we are fine to go kind of provide a sign off, and then the project can go to the next phase or project can close. Okay, then negotiate in case there are some issues, minor issues. So you can negotiate with the customer and say, okay, these things will address in the next phase or whatever happens, right? So if there are any issues, you have to negotiate with the customer. Okay, then capture the lessons learned. Very, very important. Go back and see how was this project, what were the new skills acquired in the project, how did you guys manage defects, what was the rate at which the defects were coming in, how did you kind of manage the team, how did you kind of schedule the calls, how do you keep the stakeholders updated, right? And then after that, like, how do you solve issues, how do you kind of work with the cross-functional teams, right? And then after that, how do you deliver the output, how are the demos going on, what are the lessons learned, what went well, what didn't go well. Capture data from the data, infer things, so that you prepare all this data, have it handy, make it a report so that you can use it in the future projects, put it in the organizational process assets, so that this data can be used, this information can be used. From these lessons learned, you can improve the future projects. Note down things like, okay, for these kind of components, this much time we took, these are the experts on the project, okay, this is a new skill acquired, these are the junior guys who need to kind of learn things, right? So make a note of all of this, capture all the lessons learned on the project. How many change requests came in, how many changes were done to the baselines, why do these things happen, why was there a delay, which constraints got impacted more. Note down, capture lessons learned, and that will be very helpful for you for future project. It could be as simple as an Excel sheet. You have to capture this information. Then note down the skills acquired, document the skills acquired, like we did on project where we moved from Java to Scala. There was a new skill that was acquired in the organization. There was new capability and get pitch and get project on Scala also from different customers. Okay, update the documents like change log, issue log, requirements doc, right? So project management plan, risk register, go and update all these documents. Finally, if there are multiple phases, close the project phases. Whichever needs to be closed, you have to close all the project phases. Then prepare a final report. What is all those observations, like what is the best thing? Share with the stakeholders so the stakeholders get to know what was delivered. Are they happy? How many milestones reached? What was the revenue recognition? Right? What was the profit? What was the margins? Right? What is the value given to the customer? Like what is the future prospects from this customer? Make a note of all those things in the final report. Then, what is your customer satisfaction? Capture a CSAT score for the customer. Then hand out deliverables. So what have you built in? Hand out to the customer, right? Get a user training done to the customer so that they know what was delivered to them. So they're happy with the user training. They can use the product, right? So a good handoff has to be. It's not just giving a document to them. So okay, fine, go and use it. You have to go and educate people on how the software needs to be used. And then after that, if there are any contracts, close all the contracts, right? You formally close all the open contracts. And then finally, the most important one, celebrate. You have done a great job. You've achieved a good milestone. So take a team outside, celebrate. If you're part of the team, celebrate, right? Have a team dinner or go for a team outing. So the celebration is important because it's going to increase the collaboration among team members. People will get to know more about each other. It will be helpful for future projects, and also it gives a sense of satisfaction. People kind of say, okay, fine, we have been recognized for our work, so we're celebrating, we're getting some extra perks, or maybe a team lunch, or maybe a team outing. So all these things, right? So most important things to celebrate on the project. So that's about closing a project. Okay, watch this series of 5 videos: initiating, planning, monitoring, executing, monitoring, closing. I've captured everything about these process groups. You have a good idea about what's about the project management for your interviews, for PMP examination, or for day-to-day work in project management. I wish you all the best for your future endeavors in project management. Please do like, share, and subscribe for more videos. This is Arham Faraaz. Bye bye.